Hey everyone, it's Krystallee here. So are you an adult who went through a divorce in your childhood and you have this lingering bitterness that you feel? And the relationship with your parent or both your parents is either unstable or not even present. It's not there. Then this video is for you, and stick around for the next couple of minutes because I'm going to help you unpack this and give you a very strong question at the end, something to think about so you can make the right decision for yourself. So maybe you're that person that got invited to family dinner and you arrive at that driveway and that anxiety just flushes over you and you just feel so anxious pulling up to that driveway. You don't want to be there. You don't want to see this person. You don't even want to engage in this. Why did I say yes? Or maybe you're someone that just feels comfortable talking about only surface level things like work. Let's just keep it at what's not too deep. Or maybe you're having this conflict with your parent and you decide, I'm cutting you off. I'm just shutting down. We're not going to talk about this. You're not capable of understanding how I feel. And you just shut them off. You cut people off. Maybe you're overprotective of your kids, or you don't allow your parents to see your grandkids and you have to supervise that, and you are very protective of your kids being under their care. And the reason why you're feeling this way is that you don't trust them. You don't trust either one or both of your parents. You feel like they created this unsafe environment for you, that they compromised your safety as a child when they got divorced, through the arguments that they went through the fighting that you witnessed, through the chaos in your household. This all created this very unsafe environment for you. And so you have this disassociation with them and start pulling away and not trusting that you can be fully yourself in their presence. And you're also feeling like this because you feel misunderstood and unheard when you were a child. And now as an adult, you still feel like that because they haven't addressed the elephant in the room per se. You guys never really worked it out. They didn't really come to an understanding of what you're feeling. And you're still holding them responsible for your unstable childhood, for your unstable upbringing. You still have this deep-seated anger within you for everything that you had to go through, for all the responsibilities that were thrown upon you, for all the trouble that you were going through emotionally and psychologically within your own mind, while the destruction and the chaos and the unfolding of your family was occurring. And what you're doing is hoping, one day that parent will acknowledge what you had gone through, what suffering you had gone through, acknowledge and understand the pain, the trouble you experienced, what you ended up doing as a result of your parents' divorce, how this deeply impacted you, and the way you grew up and the way you saw yourself and had different relationships in your life, and the trajectory of even maybe your career or what you did. Maybe you got in some trouble, you found trouble and you got mixed up with the wrong people, or maybe you just focused on your books, or maybe you got lost in video games. Whatever that was, they are responsible for that, and they never take an ownership, and you're expecting them to. You're expecting them to understand the pain that you've internalized as a result of their choices and as a result of the breaking up of the family. So rather than expecting them, what can you do instead so you can release this bitterness that lingers? Well, I'm going to give you something serious to think about. The only two things we know is that we have a birth date and that we have a death date. So when you show up on that date, how do you want to feel? What do you want to think? Do you want to regret that you didn't do anything about this and look there and just be like, oh man, I should have. I wish I did something about this. If only I had the time to be different or do different, or at least not feel this resentment and anger and bitterness towards them while I'm standing here? Or do you want to show up a different way, being like, I know I did my best. I was able to let that go. I understood there's still a human being, that there was mistakes made, that we go through things in our lives, that I didn't really understand my parent and what they were going through, that their parents passed down to them certain things and they adopted this way of being. And maybe it's not right. Yes, but grow this compassion for this person as a person. Yes, they were your parent, a mother or a father, but they're still human. They're still a person. But we can't develop that level of compassion if we don't heal the wounds that we had gone through, that we had endured during that childhood time. And that's where I can help you heal those wounds so you can shape right now in a way that better serves you, that feels more gentle and calm and peaceful in your body, to make you make decisions in life that would benefit you and benefit the little lives with you. Because this is like how the generational trauma, as they call it, gets passed down. So where do you want it to stop? Or what do you want to do with it? And that's a decision that you have to make. And so when you heal those wounds with your parent, you'll have one or two choices. Your choice is you're okay, you're good not having them in your life, and at least you can show up on that day feeling all right, feeling okay with that. Or you can develop a relationship. And that means setting those strong boundaries, knowing what kind of relationship this looks like, and making the framework of that relationship. But you can only do that once you heal the open wounds of what you're still carrying around, what still is preventing you from connecting with that parent or disconnecting and feeling okay about it. So I hope you're able to get some value out of that today. I'll see you soon.